show you a picture. Do you know Sarah?
I don't know.
According to recent data, over 80% of stalking victims are women. But what happens when the very people sworn to protect us end up being the ones to harm us?
It came through that they're gonna harm my family, take them away, and they'll use them instead.
This is the shocking story of a vicious cop marred with horrifying secrets that got exposed. On the night of March 3rd, 2021, Sarah Everard was walking home from a friend's house in South London, England. Unbeknownst to her, she was being followed by a white car, the same car that Wayne Couzens, a Metropolitan Police officer, had rented that very morning from a dealership in Dover, Kent. Dashcam footage later revealed this white car parked at the side of the road with its hazard lights on. It captured a chilling scene: Sarah Everard and Wayne Couzens standing beside the car, a moment that would mark the beginning of a horrific ordeal. Couzens, abusing his position of authority, presented his police warrant card and handcuffed Sarah, falsely arresting her under the pretense of breaching COVID-19 rules. This ruse led her into his vehicle, which was soon seen driving towards Kent. The next morning, Couzens was observed purchasing petrol and rubble bags, items that would later play a gruesome role in the disposal of Sarah's body. Sarah Everard was sexually assaulted and strangled to death. Couzens attempted to cover his tracks by burning her body and disposing of her remains in a pond near his property in Ashford, Kent.
When Couzens murdered Sarah, but they do know that for a while he stored her body here, hidden amongst this rubbish under a freezer.
The investigation into Sarah's disappearance swiftly escalated, and on the evening of March 10th, detectives made a grim discovery. Human remains were found, confirming the worst fears of Sarah's family and friends. When Couzens was interrogated, he initially denied any knowledge of Sarah Everard, claiming he's never seen her before.
So we're here to talk to you about Sarah. I'll show you a picture. Do you know Sarah?
I don't know.
Okay. Sarah went missing. I'll show you some pictures of her on the day.
Okay.
Sarah went missing on Wednesday. And her parents, obviously, and her family are really worried about her now. The inquiry that's been conducted so far has led us to come and speak to you about it and to see what we know about Sarah, okay? So, would you like to, do you know where Sarah is?
No.
Right. Do you know anything about what happened to her?
I know that she went missing up in London somewhere. About a week ago or so. Just from what I got on the news.
Okay. Have you ever personally met her?
No, not personally. No.
Have you had any interactions with her at all?
No, why would I have personal interactions with her?
Well, it's very difficult because I can't go into a lot of the evidence because obviously that's not part of what an urgent interview is, okay? This interview is just about trying to find her.
Sure.
She's been missing for a while
Well,
now.
I'm sat in handcuffs and asking me what I know her, so you must have something to say that I know her.
Well, as I said, you've been arrested on suspicion of kidnap, and we believe that you've been involved in her disappearance and taking her away from her family.
At the beginning of his interrogation, he clearly has no idea that the detectives have substantial evidence against him and tries to deny his heinous crime. However, the detectives were unconvinced and pressed him further, believing he knew more than he was letting on.
Now, we believe that you know something about where she is, and that's why we're here, to look for her and to try and find her. And that's why we're talking to you now, is to try and get you to have a good think about it. Tell us anything you can about where we might be able to find her.
Okay, well, I am in financial, and I've been lent on by, I don't know who they are, they're a group, a gang, whatever, and they told me, right, I need to go and pick up girls and give them to them. So, I said, not happening, and it then came through that they're going to harm my family, take them away, and they'll use them instead. At that point I had no option to try and find somebody. So I don't, there's a couple of names. I was told a place to take her. That's it. That is all I know.
In a desperate bid to explain his actions, Couzens spun an elaborate tale. He claimed he was in financial trouble and had been coerced by a gang of Eastern Europeans who threatened to harm his family unless he kidnapped women for them. According to Couzens, these shadowy figures had instructed him to pick up Sarah and deliver her to them, an assertion that only deepened the mystery surrounding his motives. Couzens' story was riddled with inconsistencies. When asked how the gang contacted him, he fumbled for an answer, suggesting vague and unconvincing scenarios, unable to provide any concrete details about the supposed gang or their methods.
And to this group of people.
Tell me about them. I need to find them. Tell me everything you know that I
Okay.
hope that you'll help me.
There was a white Sprinter van. Was between sort of Lenham, Maidstone area that I dropped her off. I still don't know. I don't know. I just parked my car up, and then the van come up behind me, flashed me, and they all jumped out, and then they took this girl. They said you've done good, and I don't know whether my family's going to be alright still. But they threatened to take my family away from me. So at that point, I'm doing what I can to protect my family. That's it. So all I know is that it was a roundabout. We could drive there now. I could show you. So I'm here. I'm off work with stress because I'm here to protect my family. I want to be here 24/7 for my family. They come from my family. I've got nothing myself. I've got no choice.
I'll go back through the route with you in a minute, alright? But how do they contact you? How did you contact them?
I tried to look over on one of their call girls and rip her off. So she's told them, and they've got me. So
How do they, no, but what is, how do they contact you? How is it they've been in contact with you to make these threats?
they just tell me, be here. So Hotel Burston down in Folkestone, got to be here. Okay, so I turned up. I've got no mobile number, and they haven't got my mobile number. They're obviously outside watching, following. I just, honestly.
How are they telling you to be there? How is it they're giving you those directions?
Yeah, they'll come outside. So they'll be outside here.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, right, you're going to be in Folkestone at this time, or you're going to be in Ashford at this time. That's it. There's no links, no telephone numbers. I'm completely on my own, but at the same time being threatened. It had Romanian plates on the van, white, like Mercedes Sprinter type.
Despite his attempts to deflect blame, the evidence against Couzens was overwhelming. Eventually, when charged, he pled guilty to all charges, including the kidnapping, rape, and murder of Sarah Everard. He was subsequently sentenced to life in prison without parole, ensuring he would never be released. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.